Extras. In this video I'm just going to show you how you can use the Photoshop CC 2014.2 October 2014 release to create interesting and unusual shapes. And in this particular one I'm going to create a sort of like surreal flower sort of design. Now obviously it's not a real flower, and I'm certain no flower in the world looks like this, but what I'm going to do now is just quickly go over to the freeform pen tool, and I'm just going to using path options, so I'm just going to drag that out across. It's sort of roughly going from that central position. Just draw the lines. You can just obviously as accurate as you want. You could of course use a straight line tool just to make it a very straight line. Just going to approximately take it out from that central point there. Okay, so I've got the petals for the flower. What I'm going to do now is just go to the layer, new layer, and what I want to do is actually apply the actual flame design onto a layer. Because one thing with layers, you can actually just duplicate them, you can add effects and that sort of stuff. So next thing to do, filter and render flame. Now what that does, it will use this path, the whole of this path. And personally, the best one I find in this, and of course there's lots of different features, and already just going to this one, candlelight. There's other options, one flame, some work better than others. Candlelight's a really nice one for this sort of like thing. Doesn't give you some of the options, there's angle, interval, etc. you can't change, but these turbulence, they've all been set down to 0 or basic 0. Opacity to give a sort of like see-through effect. If you push it up to, it just becomes one solid. You can also change the custom colour, so you could go for the default, but it's basically near enough the default anyway. Change the quality, and one thing you can change is the width. So if you actually go for a thin, you want to say like a more thin flower, thin petals, more like a solar sun effect, I think that with that. Or you can go the other way, width, really, and then it just ends up sort of like a very blurry sort of circular design. Everything overlaps, so it's not so effective. So I think works about that sort of thing. Depends on the size and everything else. So obviously you can see the approximate image result here, and you can modify it to get the best overlapping effect you want. Click OK. So actually once it's created that, now I could apply this again. It's a layer. I can apply it to another layer, create a new layer and apply it again. But of course I can also just get rid of that, delete. And now I can just say duplicate layer. Okay, so and I can also reduce the size of that if I wish. I want to do that, and you can just sort of overlap that. Maybe add in, change the colour as well. It's another possibility. Maybe add a shadow to give a sort of depth there to the flower design, and there you have it. Very quick and easy sort of flower-like shape. Hope you found this of interest.